Hi everyone, welcome to Voice Behind the Key. I'm Kevin Key. I have 11-year experience in real estate industry and I specialize in helping my client build their property portfolio and advise them how to build their retirement fund when they're getting over 50 or 60. We are collecting few questions from our client regarding property investment. Let's go for first question. Can I start to invest property? My monthly income is 3,000 per month. Regarding this question, first we have to clarify the 3,000 is your net income or either your gross income. Because if let's say 3,000 is your gross income, you need to minus EPF, social, everything. So actually your net pay is less than 3,000. Let's assume if 3,000 is your net pay. So what is the loan amount or what is the monthly installment you can go for? 3,000 normally bank will allow you to pay monthly installment is about 1,008 to 2,000 per month. In the situation, you don't have any commitment, so you can get 1,008 to 2,000. Okay, so what is the property loan amount you can go for? If let's say 1,008 is about 380,000 to about 400,000 property loan amount. So you can choose those property can give you high return. Example, your installment is 2,000, you can get those property rental more than 2,000. Example, maybe 3,000 or 2,005. In this situation, you no need to pay anything for your installment. So no issue, you still can go ahead with your property investment planning. However, you need to already maintain the 6-month installment amount in your bank account in case anything happen. Example, you cannot rent out or when renovation time. If let's say you still worry you cannot pay the installment or you cannot afford the installment, I will suggest you can join in with either your family or your spouse. I have one case before. I remember the guy just fresh grade, I think 1 year plus, taken salary about 3,200 around that. So he come and tell me he want to invest a property. I advise him you can join loan with your mother. I asked him a question, whether your mom will still invest a property in the current like 50 plus. Then he said no. Then I say in this case you should join loan with your mother because your mother is still working. So actually your mother can get loan, but she won't buy a property under her name alone because the tenure is shorter. Maybe she can only get 15 years, so the money installment is higher. If money installment higher, the rental cannot cover. So if your mother join with you, you can get maximum 30 or 35 years loan tenure. So you still can maintain back the current installment like 1,008 or 2,000. So when you get rental 3,000, you can cover. In anything happen, at least your mom still can support you on the financial. Okay, so look for second question. My wife and I are planning to buy a house for our own stay. The loan will be under my name, but the property title will under my wife's name. What are the pro and con of doing this? Regarding this question, the con actually is more than pro for this situation. If let's say the property name under your wife but the loan under you, means that don't have any ownership for this property in legal part. In case anything happen to you and your wife, example divorce, so will become a very complicated case. If let's say you don't want to pay the installment and you want to sell the property, but your wife is the person have ownership, say don't want to sell, so you need to continue paying. In another situation, if let's say your wife got another one, so what they will do? They will plan to famine you. Because why? Because you could buy insurance when you borrow this property loan. So if let's say you die, the insurance will pay off the outstanding of your property loan amount. So in this case, your wife no need to pay any loan already. She can own a property. So this is the situation you need to consider if you want to get loan and property title under your wife's name. Actually, I'm totally not agree this arrangement. Nowadays, a lot of banks, they're not allowed for this situation. Actually, it's called third party loan. The ownership of the property and the borrower is different party. Because a lot of this kind of case happen, I would suggest why not your name also put inside the property. At least anything happen to both of you, you still consider the legal ownership for the property. Okay, come to third question. I am in sales and I have EPF, but my loan still get rejected by the bank. What should I do? We have to find out why your loan get rejected. This is the first thing we need to find out. Because of your scoring, salary not stable, or repayment issue. Because they want to approve your loan, they not only see on your salary only, they will see your first scoring, they will see your repayment, and also they will see what commitment you have. Example, I assume your DSR everything okay, means your salary, example 5,000, you want to buy a property 2,000 and you have one car maybe 500. So your total commitment is about 2,500 versus your income 5,000. But you still get rejected because you mentioned you are a salesperson. For doing sales, salary and fixed salary, they have a different criteria or adjustment from bank. Because if you take fixed salary, your income considered very stable. Example, every month you get 5,000. On the DSR part, if let's say you can pass, then bank will direct give you approval. Question number 4. I'm Malaysian, but my husband is a foreigner. If I cannot get a loan on my own, can he sign for the loan? In this case, foreigner can join loan with Malaysian to buy a property. No issue. But few things we need to take note. First, only joint loan, right? If let's say joint loan in an SPA, then your SPA price must be over 1 million because the government rule for foreigner buy KL property minimum is 1 million. In Selangor is 2 million. I assume it's only joint loan. Loan is under both of you, then property is under your name. Okay, in this situation, bank will still check your husband's status. How long he working in Malaysia? Is it more than 2 years? Normally we need minimum 2 years work in Malaysia. Second, we'll see a visa. When is a visa duration validity? If let's say left only 1 year, 2 years, then also will affect the loan. Third is your husband from which country. Example like Singapore, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia bank will welcome them. If let's say your husband from Bangladesh or other Islamic country, maybe more difficult to get a loan. Because in bank policy, those countries is considered high risk country. Number 4, your husband's salary is paid under local or pay overseas. If local will be better compared with overseas. Say you get overseas pay, the bank will convert to Malaysia currency, then maybe bank will slash income. Example, 10,000 they slash become 8,000 or 5,000. You still can join, but depend on how is your husband profile. Then one thing, if let's say you join loan with your husband, foreigner, maximum loan you can get is only 80 to 85%. You cannot go for 90% loan. But if your loan rejected, mean you cannot buy this property. But if joint loan with your husband, you can get 80 or 85% loan, better than rejected, right? This is also one of the good solution. If you joint loan with your husband, I will recommend you go for overseas bank. Like example, Alliance Bank, RHB Bank or CIMB Bank. They more accept joint loan with foreigner case. Question number 5. Property investment take time, has risk and high cost. So I go for other investment. For me, important you invest either in property, in stock, Bitcoin, but important you need to invest. If not, your money will depreciate. But why property, if you ask me? Because property is one of the investment that we can use other people's money. We can get 90% loan from bank where we only pay 10% down payment. Example, I invest a 1 million property. If I don't have 1 million, how I can buy a 1 million property? Cannot, right? So I can borrow from bank 90%, 900,000, and I only pay 100,000 to get a 1 million value property. If the 1 million value property after few years or after 10 years, 20 years, increase double to 2 million. So what is my cost? Actually, I just spent 100,000. But you will say, inside installment, I need to pay interest, correct? So let's say 1 million installment is about 4,500. If I can buy a group property, can generate rental income higher than my installment, actually I didn't pay for this installment and interest at all. But after 10 years, 20 years, I can get 2 million minus the outstanding, let's say 500. I have 1.5 million on hand. Compare other investment with property. So property investment have pro and con. Pro is leverage bank facility. Second, we can get stable rental income. Third, can hedge against inflation. Number 4, property is physical asset. Compared with stock, nothing you can hold on hand. But the con side for property, first, we cannot cash out immediately if we need the cash. So different with stock. Then second, we need to manage the property first. Some people will say, I manage one property also headache. Tenant didn't pay rental, the renovation, need to repair this one, that one. For me, investment property is like doing a business. When you run a business, you also need to manage people. I think you need to spend more time to operate your business. But for property, if you treat a property as business, you won't feel headache. Because if after 20 years, you can get 1.5 million for one property. Two property, you can get 3 million. So we'll put more effort in property management or in your business. Maybe your business also cannot generate 3 million after 20 years. Got one CEO from a company. Ask an investor have more than 40 unit property. Then the investor ask him back, You are CEO, how you manage over 100 employee. My property, no need spend every day to check my property. Just when got problem happen, only I solve the problem. But company, you need to go your office every day. So after 20 years, 30 years, you generate income from your main job. But I invest property, I can generate income from my property. At the same time, I still generate my main income from my main job. So this is my difference with and your different. Nowadays, a lot of younger, they don't like property. You need to pay installment every month and also slow. So rather invest in property, they will rather invest in stock or Bitcoin because faster. But why you do investment actually? You do investment actually plan for your retirement life. I give you a situation. This is a real story. You invest in stock or public mutual. Can you make sure you can fork up money every month to continue invest? No, right? Because sometimes I go travel, I use money to buy this, buy that. So this month I don't have so much money, I stop first. Then you stop for half year. Then you invest again, 1 month. Then you stop again. Means you cannot continue do the investment, save the money. But invest in property, you didn't pay for 3 months, the bank will give you love letter. You no choice, you have to pay every month. So this we call forced saving. So after 15 years or 30 years, you can see the difference for people invest property and people invest in stock or public mutual, especially stock. Because when you get the money, in 30 days, 2 months, you invest again. Or maybe you use the money to enjoy life because easy cash out. So you cannot keep the money until your retirement. But for property, you can. I share you a real story. I have one client invest property since 20 years, 30 years ago. This client relative invest in stock market, but their life now after 30 years totally different. For my client invest property, for past 20, 30 years, they just drive a normal car. For their relative invest in stock market, they change car frequently because the money come easily. After 30 years, this relative have no money because lost the money in stock. So their life really struggle now. Compared with this my client invest in property, 3 property, 1 year can generate 700,000 rental because they invest in factory. So their retirement life is totally different. This is your choice. Either you want to invest in property or you invest in stock market. Unless you are very disciplined people, then I will recommend you can go for stock market. If not, property is a saver. So no right or wrong, you can choose either in property or stock market. Question number 6. Does a cheaper project always mean higher ROI because the entry cost is lower? Depend on situation. If you invest in high rental area but your entry cost is lower, then for sure ROI is higher. If you entry or you buying at location which rental also low, your entry cost also low, actually you cannot get ROI. Your ROI is lesser. Go back to the rate market. Where is a low entry cost? Normally it's outskirt area, not in town area. You only can get low entry cost. But in that area, what is the rental price? What is the rental market? Whether you can get high rental or low rental. The tenant demographic, what is their income? Because they cannot afford in high rental, that's why they choose to stay in outskirt area, so they won't pay you high rental. How we calculate ROI? We are using your annual rental income divided by your entry cost. This is an ROI calculation. So we always look for high rental and low entry cost, then the percentage of ROI you can get higher. Normally we will look for 5% and above because bank interest is about 4%. So if you can get 4% and above or better 5% and above, actually consider good. But for sure, higher is better, like 8%, 9%, but very difficult you can find this kind of property. What will affect your ROI? If I buy cheaper, is it the ROI higher? Actually yes, because the entry cost, because just now the ROI we divide by entry cost. But the main thing is annual rental. What is the rental market and who are your tenant demographic, their income level? How is the condo management also very important? If you buy low cost or you buy rumah week, the condo management is not good. So tenant wouldn't pay high rental to rent for your unit. Last one, density also important. Because if let's say you buy property near to town in below market price or low entry price, normally what will happen? The condo will be high density. Because the developer will offer you lower price because they build a lot of units. So when a lot of units, your rental will become competition between each other. Maybe your rental price cannot go higher also. But today you have 5,000 units, but nearby is 1,000 units. If let's say the 5,000 unit entry cost cheaper than 1,000 unit, maybe 10%. So the entry cost correct, but the rental for 5,000 unit competition is higher compared with 1,000 unit. Means many units will rent out, so you cannot get high rental. Everyone also will throw the price, so will affect your rental price. I give you an example. For the same area, let's say near to town, how you can get low entry price? Normally is high density condo. Example, this condo A offer 5,000 unit. Condo B offer only 1,000 unit. But condo A is cheaper 10% from condo B. So means you entry 10% lower than market. But when go to rental market, because here very high density means many competition. So the rental may be lower. If compared with 1,000 unit, maybe lower 30%. If you calculate back the whole thing, actually you still get lower ROI compared with this 1,000, but you buy 10% expensive than this 5,000. I have a client when bought a first house because one low entry cost, so they choose to buy at Kajang side. So the installment is about 1,500 only for 3 room. Now they're planning to buy another property in KL town because they travel everyday jam to KL town. So when they check the rental market in Kajang for 3 room, they only can get 1,400 or 1,300 only. So cannot cover their installment. They still need to pay the difference. Compare with one project in Cheras area. Installment is 2,000 because they want to save 500. They choose a Kajang property. But now they check back Cheras property, installment 2,000. Rental can get up to 2,000 for 3 room. That's why they say, hey, I should buy the Cheras property instead of I buy Kajang property with lower cost. Okay, come to the last question. How can I shorten my loan tenure while still making sure my monthly installment is affordable for me? Okay, for this question, the important thing is what type of your property now. How is the rental? Whether your rental is higher than your monthly installment or less than your installment. For sure, the best one, if the rental can cover your installment. Let's say your installment is 2,000. Your monthly rental you get 2,000. So the extra 800,000 you can dump into your loan to shorten your loan tenure without using your own pocket money. This is we use tenant money to early pay off our loan. If let's say your rental only cover your installment, you still can choose to use your pocket money to pay more. Depend on how much budget you can spend. Let's say your installment is 2,000. You already plan I can pay 2,000 if let's say I didn't rent out this property. So now your installment 2,000. If you can pay extra 2,000 every month, then you can shorten your loan tenure and you can save a lot of bank interest from there. But first thing you need to take note is your loan type. Must choose a flexible loan. Either is semi-flexi or full flexi. You don't choose the conventional fixed loan. Because in flexi loan, we can pay more to reduce our interest and reduce our loan tenure. But for the conventional loan, cannot. Second is what property you buy. Rental, whether good rental or not. If good rental, then you can use other tenant money to pay off early. How much you can save? You buy a 500,000 property. Every month you pay extra 200 to 300. You can save 5 to 7 years if you continue pay 200 to 300 every month. So I can give you solution how you plan to get your loan for next try. What you can do, you can discuss with your company. For example, you are a property agent. You have 10,000 commission for this month. Maybe you discuss with your company, you just issue me 7,000. So balance 3,000, stand by for next month. If let's say next month my commission is only 4,000, I can request total payout included last month 7,000. I can try to maintain the same amount or different a bit also never mind, but not different few thousand. Few hundred or 1,000 still okay. You can build at least 6 month bank statement, then you can try loan again. This is the first solution. Second solution, some salesperson normally they will declare less income tax. Example, last year total income is 200,000, but they declare only 100,000 because a lot of deduction expenses. So for salesperson, bank will see your income tax. Even if your 6 month income stable, but when they see back your last year income tax, only 100,000, then divide by 12 months. You try to tally your income tax with your monthly income. Because a lot of salesperson, what they do, if let's say 1 year income is 100,000, but when they declare income tax, they will declare maybe 50,000 only because they deduct a lot of expenses. So when banks see your last year income tax only declare 50,000, divide by 12 months, means 1 month is only 4,000 plus. Even now, every month you get 8,000, but they will refer back your last year income tax. Maybe they will reject your loan also. So try to tally your income tax with your current monthly income. Third solution is you can try to keep healthy buffer in your current bank account because you can show more saving to bank. For sales industrial, bank will feel like we are not stable industrial. If you can show you have ready cash in bank, then the approval chances is higher. If you can prove for past 6 months, your account maintain minimum 10% of the property loan amount, then you can get the loan approval easy. If you have any question, you can comment below, then we can answer you in next episode. Thank you, bye-bye.